Okay, these Wizard 101 players are are getting out of control. I mean, they act like other players don't don't deserve a chance to win at PvP, or they don't deserve a chance to get a decent rank or whatever. These players and their attitudes. Yes, I said it. These players and their attitudes. I mean, they have attitude. They um they have attitudes with other players and stuff like that, and they're just, I don't know. I don't know what to say about these players. These players are just mean and selfish. Yes, I said it, mean and selfish. Um, in other words, um, they won't let people win at PvP. They won't let people get a decent rank. They keep giving others a hard time. Trying to win and trying to get a decent rank and whatever. Yeah, or whatever the case may be. But um, something in Wizard 101 needs to change. Yes, I said it. Something in Wizard 101 needs to change because things in Wizard 101 are getting out of control. Yes, I said it. Things are getting out of control. Not just in PvP, but um, not just in PvP. I mean, well, not just in PvP, but the game in general. Um, I mean, there's players that are just horrible. Yes, I said it, being horrible to other players, and they think it's funny to to treat other players like trash, or should I say, treat other players like dirt. They um, they 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 um, they think as if they don't. I mean, they think by by keep beating other players up. They think by I mean, they think if they keep beating other players up, other players won't stand a chance. They keep how do you say it, they I mean, they just so so stupid. Yes, I said it. Stupid. They just don't want to give other players a chance to win at games and stuff like that. In other words, they don't want to see other players get to where they're at. Yes, I said it. They don't want to see. I mean, they don't want to see other players get to where they're at. They just keep. Um, I mean, they just keep beating up other players because they just want to keep them as privates or whatever the case may be. Um, but yeah, something needs to change. Something needs to change on Wizard 101 because cause all this is getting out of control. I know Wizard 101 is just a video game. In other words, I know Wizard 101 is just a game, but still, um, there is um, no excuse for players to be acting all kind of way to other players. Yes, I said it. There is no excuse for all this. Um, there is no excuse for other players to be jerks to other players. Yes, I said it. There's no excuse for other players to act like jerks around other players. In other words, some of them like to show off their ranks. Some of them like to show off their gear and whatnot. But yeah, um, as I was trying to say before, there is no excuse. I mean, there is no excuse for all this and Wizard. I mean, there is no excuse for all this all this game mentality in Wizard 101. Yes, you heard right, game mentality. In other words, these players, um, these players act as if they act as if some things in the game, some things in the game are yeah, are in other words, some of the players act like it means life and death to them to just beat up other players because they don't want to see other players get to where they're at. They don't want to see other players get the cool gear and whatnot. They just think it's funny to keep other players down. In other words, they think it's funny to uh, to see other players lose all the time, while they show off their ranks and show off their cool gear and whatnot. But yeah, I know this is just a game, but still, um, there's no excuse for all this. There is no excuse for all this rowdiness in Wizard 101. But yeah, like I was trying to say, something in Wizard 101 needs to change, because if this doesn't stop, it will keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and so forth. But yeah, like I was trying to say, something in Wizard 101 needs needs to change. And as I said before, there is no excuse for all this.